for the Farmers Insurance Agency introduction. Today, we're going to cover several topics. If you are new to a Farmers Insurance Agency, this is the most important video and the first video you want to watch to make sure that you have all the basics, the information that you will need, and that will help you to help the agency grow and to grow yourself within the company. So understanding what is your agency's vision, mission, values, dress code, and proper attitudes will definitely help you to grow faster within this company and within your life as well. So I want to welcome you to this training. And the first thing that we will be covering today is the why does a farmers insurance agency, or why does any other business exist in an industry? And the most important thing that to understand is an agency or a business exists to be profitable. No business or this agency or any other agency is not a charitable company, or it's a company that will be giving back to not just families but community, but also to the company as well. The next one, the next slide we're gonna be sharing, we're gonna be talking about the vision. The agency's vision is we are a company in constant growth and expansion. We provide employment opportunities and staff training while exceeding the expectations of our clients. This is a vision that we came up with in our agency, because before, every company exists for a reason. So for you to come into a company, you need to understand, why do I want to be part of this company? Am I in the same page with what this company wants? Do I want to go to where this company wants to go? So understanding your agency's vision is very important. The next one is understanding what is the company's mission. The mission is we are an organization that advises clients with all the information and the proper prevention. Again, understanding your agency's mission it's vital so that you can be then at the same level as the company that you're working with. The next one is the values, the confidence. We will cover this in a deeper level, and we'll spend some time understanding the values. Confidence is very important. And now maximum reliability of the quality of the information and resources of our clients. One thing that I want I'm going to give you an example of what the level of confidence that I'm talking about. So let's say you're new to the agency, and then the next day you answer the phone, and you know the person on the other line of the phone, and it happens to be one of our clients, and you know that person outside of work. The person shares with you that it's going through a divorce, that is losing her home, and that is struggling financially. That night, you go home and you share this information with your spouse. And your spouse goes to work the next day, and he happens to work in the same place that our client's mom works. But your spouse doesn't know that. So your spouse starts sharing during the lunch break. Hey, my wife started, or my husband started working for such and such company, and she just told me, or he just told me yesterday that so-and-so is going through a divorce and is struggling financially. And our client's mom happened to be there listening to everything. Now, our client's mom goes to her or him and tells them, be careful with what you share with your insurance agent or with the people that works for your insurance agent, because they were sharing everything. Now everyone in town or in the factory knows that you're going through a divorce and that you're struggling financially. This is something that can affect our company in a pretty bad level. So having a value like this one is very important for an agency that deals with people's information. We don't want to share anything about our clients with anyone, even our spouses, even our kids, anyone in our family, because the moment you start sharing with them, you just don't know who they know. And a city is pretty small after all. So anything that happens with a client, keep it within the agency and within the staff in the agency. And also be very careful and responsible with our clients' information. Their documents, their all their information should never be in a place where it's visible for any other clients. So having information, so if you take down a message with clients credit card information, don't just leave it laying around in your desk, because if you're helping someone else, the person across the table from you can be reading that information. So always be conscious about keeping the client's confidence information and everything that has to do with them protected. Friendliness. So receive our customers with a smile, friendly response, even when we are in disagreement. And if a client walks into the lobby, and even if you're not the person that is supposed to be greeting the customers, if you don't notice that anyone else is coming to them, just go out and just give them with a smile, tell them thank you, welcome to our agency, we'll be right with you, and offer them water or coffee or whatever you can offer them within your agency. Also, when somebody calls, and it makes a huge difference when you answer the phone with a smile, couple things will happen. One, if you're not in a good mood, just by you faking a smile will help you get into the mood and be happy. And clients will also sense this. They will sense when you are frustrated and when you're answering the phone without a smile. Respect. Treat everyone equally, regardless of a personal appearance, income, race, language, or beliefs. Don't judge anyone just by their appearance. You just never know who is the person that it's in front of you. If a woman comes into the office and she's dragging 3 kids and they're yelling and screaming, don't automatically assume that this is a lazy single mom who is on welfare and who is watching soap operas on the couch all day. You don't know. She might be the wife of a business owner down the street, or she's someone who deserves respect. She might be going through a very tough situation in her personal life. When we don't know that, we can't judge. The moment we start judging someone, we're going to treat them in a different way. So it's very important that we keep this in mind and that we just treat everyone with the same respect. Prompt response. Delivering on the promise to respond in a certain time frame, even if we don't have the answer, but just to communicate what is going on and that we're figuring out the response. This one is very important, because even if you tell someone that you're going to call them back and with an answer, even if you don't have an answer, just let them know that you're working on it. Honesty. Protect personal and financial information of our customers and the revenue that enters a payment to the company. Keep in mind that if you steal $50 from an agency, you're really not stealing from the agency. You're stealing from farmers. Every single penny that comes into the company belongs to farmers, not to the agent. Farmers is a powerful company that will go after anyone who is stealing from them. So you might think, well, I'm stealing from the agency, or I'm borrowing this temporarily from the agent, but you really are just borrowing it temporarily from farmers. You wouldn't go to farmers and say, hey, I need $50, let me take them and I'll bring them back tomorrow. The money belongs to the company. Teamwork. Working together to maintain the communication, trust among all, and just respecting everyone. And teamwork is a huge part of what we do. So even if it's only 2 people, even if it's just you and the agent, you need to be a team player and understand that just like in a soccer game, if there is no communication, no respect between the team players during the game, they will have less chances to win. So being a team player means going to somebody else, keeping each other accountable, making an effort to help each other, even to just help them organize their job, or exchanging ideas with each other on how can we help each other. So this is very important to keep in mind. When you are a team player, your responsibility is to help each other, to help the team win. That should be the objective for you to be of any team player. And being a team player with an agency is vital. And keeping a family environment. So we make our clients friends, and our team members, we make them part of our family. We spend a great amount of time working in the same building, and having this value is very important, so that the team, so that you can enjoy coming to work at the office. I mean, you don't want to take it to the extreme where all you're doing is just talking about your personal life and family during work, because then that will create a disruption within your own job. But just learning to see each other as that, or being there. If you notice that someone comes into the office and it's like you notice that they've been crying, or that they feel sick, care enough to go to them and offer them support, or say, hey, you want to go and have some coffee after work, or like just keeping that environment helps the other person feel important and loved and cared for. If you go into a company and you have only, or to an agency, and there is only 2 people working in the agency, and you might be going through some problem, some personal problem, and it's very hard, even though you want to have the smile in your face and be okay, and you walk in and nobody comes to you and tells you, hey, even just acknowledging it and telling you, are you okay? That will show you that you're not, that nobody cares for you in that place. So just showing that the mutual care and for each other makes a huge difference. Inappropriate attitude from team members. This list pretty much sums up all the reasons why you can lose your job in an agency, or you should lose your job in an agency. Why? Because anytime you break any of these rules on this list, what you're doing is you're creating a disruption within the company, within the agency. You're affecting the productivity and the growth from the other team members. And you're also putting the agency in danger for any lawsuit, or any being racist. We love and accept everyone. If you are discriminating against any other team members or a client, you can get sued for doing that. Now, being a team player, if you just go to your own little world, you just care about your own results, and careless attitude with the office equipment. If you're the person who's breaking the headsets, the phones, the computers, and downloading all kinds of stuff to the computers that will affect the way the system, that you need the system to work when you are dealing with company transactions, this is something that will affect the results. Not being friendly, kind, not being welcoming. So if you are the person that is always in a bad mood and treating the clients with a horrible attitude, you are affecting the growth of the company. Not treat each other respectfully, having the coachable attitude, utilizing the wrong vocabulary. Instigator, it's the person that is always talking, kind of like just starting fights among each other and the team. Even just with even if you just have 2 or 3 people working in an agency, if you're or not just within the agency, but within your industry. If you're the type of person that is always talking bad about the other industry or people on another agency, you're always, you're sitting, just negative thoughts about your industry, about the company, and that you're affecting the way that the other people will see the company. Being selfish, dishonest, use the cell phones, social media, and other methods of communication for personal usage during work and business hours. And yes, I understand we live in a technology era right now, but you have an office number that should be given to your school, your kids' school, for emergencies. Cell phone should be in your purse, away from you, unless you receive or you're expecting documents, pictures for a client's account. Or if you use your cell phone to receive clients' calls, then it is okay to have it. But if your job has nothing to do with dealing with clients over the cell phone, then your cell phone should be put away. Why? Because it's distracting. You get text messages, or you get phone calls from your friends, and if you use any internal messenger system, should be blocked invisible to everyone else. You should be only chatting within your office so that you can then be more productive to the agency. Social media, if you're like just having a 5-minute break and you feel like, well, since nobody's calling right now, I'm gonna go into my social media pages. That's something that is not, you're not allowed to do that. You shouldn't be answering your calls, your personal calls, and chatting with your parents, your family while you're working. I'm sure that if you work for a factory, you can't take the phone with you and be on the machine and doing that. Or in a school, if you're, think about yourself as a professional. You don't go to a lawyer or a doctor and the doctor tells you, oh, my wife is texting me to see what I want for dinner. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. That's not something that happens in a professional industry. So that's something that shouldn't be happening in an agency, because you're helping customers. And gossip about just each other, and just talking about in each other's back. I believe that anything that will affect the unity and within a team or within a company, it's something that should never be allowed, and that's something that is not allowed in this agency. I have fired people for couple of these reasons, or just one of these reasons in the past, or I just help them relocate or go and do something else that will not, that will definitely not affect the way that they want to behave. But this is not something that will be acceptable in an agency like this one. So what kind of employees we want in an agency, or are the type of team members that will not only help or have more possibilities to be successful within an agency? People that has basic computer skills, people that understand the importance of smiling, all the time or most of the time. Yes, if you have a bad moment, just step out of your office, spend some time away until you cool off and you come back. But every time you are interacting with customers on the phone or in person, you should be smiling and making them feel comfortable, because you are their financial trusted advisor. They should feel confident with you. They should feel that they're dealing with this level of person. So good customer service skills, leadership, teamwork qualities, positive attitudes, self-motivated on our own time outside of work. So this is someone who values growth, someone who is constantly working on themselves and improving themselves, improving their speaking skills, selling skills, presentation skills, someone who's constantly working and making themselves better, because that's going to show in their job. Have self-control, self-discipline. This is when you are left alone. What you do when you are alone is more important than what you do when others are watching you. If you're the kind of person that you work hard and you hustle when you have someone next to you, but the moment you are left alone, you go back to your cell phone, to social media, that's going to show. At some point, it's going to show in your paycheck. It's going to show in your results. It's going to show in your knowledge. It's going to show in everything in that you want to do within an agency. So having the self-control, having self-discipline is very important. Being open-minded, being open to new ideas, be open to new ways of doing things, be open to other people's ideas as well, and learn from them. The next one is we need competent people. We're looking for these qualities in every member of our team: knowledge, abilities, and attitudes. So leadership attitudes, technology competent, self-educated attitude, good morals and values, writing, typing, speaking, and reading skills. Even if you work for a bilingual agency that serves the majority of clients on a certain language, like in our case, the majority of our clients speak Spanish. But if you're going to work in our agency, you're going to need to talk to non-Spanish speaking customers and also with the company. And it will require a level of language skills. Also, when you're sending emails to customers, having the proper grammar and learning, at least knowing the importance. You don't have to know how to spell perfectly. You can use Google Translator or Google to really nowadays, a lot of the browsers can help you. I love, for example, in my case, I know if I struggle with spelling a lot of many words, especially big words, and I just want to make sure that I'm spelling right. One thing that I do is I utilize Google Chrome for my farmers emails, because when I'm typing and it's correcting it's showing me the words that are spelled wrong. That way I don't have to read 50 times the same email to make sure I didn't miss anything. If I just open up my Google Chrome for farmers emails or any emails that I'm sending to customers, it saves me a lot of time. All I do is just type in, and then I review it, and then fix the words that are spelled wrong, and that done. The email is done. Instead of trying to, if I do it with, at this point, Internet Explorer doesn't have that functionality, but Google Chrome does. So just that's just one little tip on how you can make your life a little easier. So next one. So quality control. Everyone in a company will describe or will have a different concept of what total quality control means. What is quality? What is total quality? For you can be totally different for the customer. We started analyzing what our customers expect, what they sense, or what do they see as quality from when they receive service from an insurance agency. And these are the top things that we came up with on the list. They expect that the representative is fully knowledgeable on the products that the company offers. They expect that you know either enough about the product or you know where to get the information. They don't expect you to come and say, I'm new, I don't know what I'm doing. Even if you don't know, they expect that you come off as a resourceful person. So if you're new in the agency and you have to learn 50 million things, you'll be learning on the way, but you need to come off as someone who knows where to get the information. So a client calls in. They want to turn in a towing bill, but you don't know. You don't come off and go, well, I've been with this agency 2 days. I don't know where you need to send that. Let me see. Let me find out. That's not quality. Immediately, the customer is sensing that, oh, I'm not receiving quality from this agency. So the proper way to do it is, great question. Thank you so much for calling us. I'm glad that that you were able to get a hold of us to help you. I would love to assist you with that. Let me place you on hold, and I will be right back with you. Then go and ask someone in the office, the agent or another representative. Hey, somebody has a question about towing bill. Where can I get that information? Do whatever you need to do, then get back to the client, or let the client speak to the proper representative. Never come off as, I don't know what I'm doing, because that moment you're telling the customer, I'm not giving you quality. They expect that you know, or you know where to get that information. So the next one, work with efficiency. This is something that if you finding ways to make things easier, faster, and better, something that you should always be thinking about. So if you have, for example, files, and you have different files for everything, well, find ways where you can find things easier and better. So if you have finding ways that will show the customer, for one of those examples, the customer is expecting and this is not something that it's the customer's responsibility to come and tell you. This is our job to help the client be more efficient. So if the client needs to receive a proof of insurance, give them options. What is easier for you, sir? How can I make this, how can I get it faster for you? Email, fax, what works best with you? And make sure that you're giving options to the customer. Next one, get our job done right the first time. This will save us a lot of time. And there is nothing worse than when a client comes in, let's say that they send you a towing bill and 50 other things came to you, and you didn't have a proper system in your office on how to keep things organized. You lost the towing bill. The client calls a month later. Oh, I haven't received my towing, my refund, and you can't find it anywhere. Well, now the next person needs to be dealing with that, and this is going to create a lot of disruption within the agency. It's going to show to the client that we are not giving you quality. Having a great presentation of our service, our office, keep the office clean, the lobby clean, the kitchen clean, working in an environment that is maintained clean and smells good will show the customer quality. So if you offer coffee, make sure that the coffee table is clean throughout the day, because kids come in and they start playing with the sugar and different things. So just keep it clean, and trash cans clean, your office, so that you don't have coffee mugs all over, food all over the desk. You should never be eating on your desk. And if you eat like a fruit or a vegetable, make sure like you put everything away right away, so that the client doesn't come in. Your office is not smelling like fish or just or chicken or food when they come in. Make sure that if you keep the whole environment presentable, so that they sense the quality even within that. Follow through your promises. Again, we covered that at the beginning. If you told someone, I'm going to call you, set up a system in your desk where if you have the urgent messages that you need to get back on the same day, or the ones that can wait for the next day. So just organize that. And at the end of the day, if you have 5 messages that you were supposed to tasks that you were supposed to complete that day and you couldn't, just call the clients back and let them know, I promised you that I was going to get this done for you, and I got very backed up in the agency, and I just want to let you know that I haven't forgotten about you. I'm working on it. I will get it done and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. That will show them quality again. So the next one is having a client. Is or a job or a business nowadays, it's a privilege. So how can we take care of this privilege? And anything in life takes work, and it takes certain responsibilities. By us being friendly, caring, and being knowledgeable, that will assure us that not just the agency will be growing, that will be continuously grow. Stay on top of the market laws. Every day, make an effort, or as often as you can, make an effort to go on Google or within the farmers news and bulletins that farmers send. Spend a couple minutes learning about what new products is farmers coming up with, and what new laws are changing that can affect our customers, so that when you have a customer in front of you and wants to cancel or you might find a need to cross-sell a product, then you know enough, and you have enough information to combat the objections that customers may have. And the reason why customers cancel is because, 1, they don't trust us. 2, they don't trust the company. And 3, they don't think they need what we are giving them. 4, premium. That last one, we can't always, that's the one that we have the least control over. But if we educate them enough, if we give them enough reasons or enough information, then price will be the only objection that we will not be able to do anything with, if the company, for the proper reasons, is increasing the customer's premium. And if they can't afford it, but then if we did everything else, then we should be retaining a lot of the customers. Don't just expect the agent to be the one who knows everything. One of the biggest secrets of success when you go to work within any insurance or within any industry is that you need to be the person who knows more about everyone else, even within your department, within the industry. You want to be the knowledgeable person that knows more about everyone else, so that you can come off as someone knowledgeable. So take initiative. Don't just wait for the agency to tell you, hey, have you done this? Have you reviewed the new bulletin that came out? You can be the person that goes on and that takes initiative to do that, to learn more about your company, about your products. And congruency. You do what you congruency is simply do what you said you would do. Follow up with your promises within the company or within clients. Service image. Again, it's part of your success within the company. Be friendly, respectful, knowledgeable, confident, trustworthy, and professional. Dress according to the code. Not eating and chewing gum at work or in front of the customers. This is all this. These form part of what is the professional image that we're delivering to the customer. So quality is not only to be applied in our job, but in all the areas of our lives. And this is something that if we try to separate and be one person at the office and one person at home, it will eventually reflect. So be careful on how, watch every single aspect of your self-image, of your life. If, make sure that you smell good. And I'm not saying wear perfume. I think this is something that we need to be very careful, like not to wear perfumes that are very strong, because a lot of times people have different reactions to different smells. But just try to have like just clean, either body mist, or if you're a woman or if you're a man, just deodorant, and smell good. Try to just watch that. Then make sure your breath smells good. Keep an extra toothbrush at the office if you can, or have men's close to you, so before somebody comes in, or you're meeting with, you're gonna be seeing someone and having someone face to face, you can take a mint or something, and just watch that. Everything about your image will speak louder than anything. When you don't want the client to be distracted thinking about how bad we smell, how ugly, or like our office looks, how unorganized our office looks, how bad are we dressing. We don't want any of that, distractions. We want to make sure that we prepare an environment that will help the client to make very important financial and protection decisions. This one is the main focus cannot be the money, but the client. So looking at the client's needs and not focusing on, oh wow, this client, it's only, it's given us, all we want from this client is their money. Well, we should be focusing on the way that we are serving the client. Our agency has a dress code. It doesn't mean that the dress code needs to apply to every other insurance agency out there, but this is the dress code that, many or the majority of the companies that offer a service or provide a service have a uniform, and this agency has a uniform. Mondays and Saturdays, it's a khaki and a farmer's logo shirt day. So those 2 days, it doesn't mean that you have to wear khakis. You can wear dressy pants, but if you are the kind of person that likes to wear khakis, well, Mondays and Saturdays are the days that you can wear them. Tuesdays through Thursdays, it's a dressy pants, pencil skirts, not puffy, caprices, dresses, and we'll go into some pictures on the next slide. Fridays are the only days that you can wear jeans or khaki pants and with a farmer's logo shirt. And there is the website where you can get the farmers, or you can go through the agency marketing link within the farmers dashboard, where you can get farmers logos. I mean, it's very inexpensive. You can pay, you can get a really nice farmers logo shirt with as little as $15-20. Just talk to your agent about it. This is what the acceptable dress code is. So we're talking about, that's a pencil skirt. We're talking about the khakis and the jeans, the length of the jeans, and for men, what would an appropriate look be. So these are the acceptable, some of the examples of what an acceptable dress code is. This is not acceptable, even though it's very nice, and some of those dresses or skirts, I will love to wear them. This is not the appropriate image for an office. When you meet with a client dressing in any way like this, the last thing they're gonna think of you is a financial advisor or as a professional insurance agent. They will see you they will not see you at that level. So even the colors, the patterns of those colors, the shoes, closed shoes on the top picture those shoes are actually appropriate. You don't want to wear sandals to work. You don't want to wear tennis shoes to work, because even if you are, but you might think, oh, I'm just in the back office. Well, clients will see you walking in and being part of the team. The other thing that happens when you dress the appropriate way, you're gonna think of yourself as a professional person, and you're gonna act in a totally different way. So putting yourself in the mindset starts even with just the way that you dress every time you come into the agency. And think of yourself, I'm a professional insurance representative, I'm a professional trusted advisor, and I will dress and behave and act as that. So that's why this is very important to keep in mind. We are not salespeople, we are consultants. So what we do is we build the proper wall of protection about people's assets. So in order for us to do a great job, we need to educate our clients. We need to be professionals, be knowledgeable about what we do, about our industry, and about the services that we offer. And we need to develop a servant mentality. We are here to serve our clients, to serve our team. And when we do that, we're going to be able to not just grow ourselves, but the more we help other people get what they want and grow, we're going to grow as well. And so it also one incentive that can help you to grow within a company is to meet with either with the office manager, with the agent, and figure out ways that how can you get incentives, what things would you like to gain from the company, from the agency, that will motivate you, that will help you. How and what ways do you need help staying on top of your industry and growing? What is it that you're looking for? And if there is if you're looking for more either get the results. For example, you can go to the agent and say, okay, these are the expectations. If I deliver everything on this list from the expectations you have from me, can I in exchange get this? Because maybe you want a couple of leave earlier one day. Maybe you want something, but you cannot just go and expect to gain and from the agency if you're not really committed to deliver results to the agency. The next one is, at the end of the day, the clients are the ones that define total quality, not us. We might be in our office answering the phones, processing payments, thinking that we are delivering quality, but think about it from the client's perspective. What they are receiving from us is quality or not. So they define that. We don't at the end of the day. And again, the company is looking for assets. So every member, every team member of the agency should be an asset. That's the only way that an agency will be profitable as well. What is an asset? An asset is someone that brings enough money to the company to cover their paycheck and a little more. What is a liability? Someone that costs more money to the company than the money they produce. So every day, think about yourself. Am I being an asset or am I being a liability? Am I adding value to this agency or am I stealing from the agency? Either not just in a monetary way. You can steal from the agency by being in the agency and not delivering results, by just staying busy but not being productive, by not helping each other and the other members within the company to also obtain their goals. And with that, we are finishing the presentation. We'll be recording the presentation for other topics, but this video should resume the welcoming to our agency, most important steps in values to understand and keep in mind. So thank you, and see you on the next video.